Welcome back to Skyrim Mod Comparisons. It's been a while, but today I'll be revisiting two mods that have undergone many huge updates since I last did a video on them. The two mods are of course Realistic Lighting Overhaul, or RLO, and Enhanced Lights and FX, otherwise known as ELFX. Now looking back at my last video, I decided on ELFX but chose RLO, and that's mainly because of performance issues I had on my old graphics card. ELFX was very dark and challenging, which I did enjoy, but it's just not possible to record YouTube videos with it. RLO was much more friendly and comfortable, and it was suited to people looking for what I'd call a realistic to a certain extent experience. Enhanced Lights was truly a hardcore experience that forced you to prepare for darkness. It went very well with harsh survival mods like Frostfall and Realistic Knees and Diseases, among other things. But you can now forget all of that with these new updated versions. The mods have undergone some extremely heavy changes since my last video. So we'll begin by talking about Realistic Lighting Overhaul. The mod has continued on its original path to create an incredibly immersive experience, and to overall improve the vanilla game's original lighting. All this with many extra features, such as adaptive interiors, which is the goal to combine outdoor weather and time with the interiors throughout Skyrim, and the self-explanatory illuminated spells, realistic eye adaptation, which cleverly simulates the human eye's adaptation to different levels of light, and of course, many bug fixes. The mod now has a slightly bleaker look and is darker than it used to be. However, it still maintains a very atmospheric feel, and generally it enhances the experience. And with my favourite feature, the adaptive interiors, you really get a sense of the world being a single entity rather than separate areas. So now we're going to move on to ELFX. This mod again is vastly different. It's basically no longer super dark as it was previously. Not only is it brighter, it seems to be a bit more saturated, and by that I mean the colours stick out a bit more and it's a bit more vibrant. And the light sources that used to emit a small amount of light seem to emit a lot more than they used to. And you could argue whether this adds more realism or not, but really it's a very subjective thing. Some people may find it realistic, others may not. It's very much personal preference. And I really like the new look of it. It's a bit more simple than it used to be, I think. Now of course not everything is brighter, but in the older version pretty much everything was pitch black dark, and it was very hard to navigate through dungeons. But in this mod now you get a few spots where it's kind of difficult to navigate, so you still need a torch or two to prepare yourself, but apart from that it's not really too difficult. And I should quickly mention there's a few other things to do with the LFX which are new. There's now exteriors, which I didn't include in this video because RLO doesn't have them, and I thought it wouldn't be a fair comparison. So you can actually have exterior lighting and it will change all of that. And there's also a new beta weather mod, which should be interesting. So I'll keep my eye on that and look for any new developments, and I will make a video once it's fully updated. Now both these mods have come a very long way since I first started using them many years back, and they've gone through so many different versions now. And I'll probably have to make another video as soon as they update all this stuff again, and I'll try and get around to it sooner next time. But at the moment, my favourite is ELFX, and that's the one I'm going to be using. Before I preferred it, but I just couldn't use it because of YouTube problems. The darkness just doesn't work when you're trying to make YouTube videos. So even though it doesn't have the extra features that RLO has, it still has what I enjoy, which is a simple, realistic lighting, which isn't too performance intensive. I don't really notice any performance drop anymore. I did on my older system, but no longer, so whether or not it'll cause you problems, I don't know. You'll have to find out for yourself by testing. That's pretty much it with this video anyway. I've got a few other comparison videos that I need to redo, which I'll be doing shortly. And yeah, well, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.